Hello there. Welcome back to my channel, and today, candle hugs! We have a bunch of Halloween DIYs and hacks. I thought I'd get into the spirit, as you can see from my living room, and the cuts on my face and neck. I will show you guys how to do this as well in the video. It's actually super easy. Currently, I'm doing a MacBook Air giveaway, so don't forget to click that subscribe button and join this creepily awesome family. The only other thing you guys need to do is to join my other channel, which is Reacticons, where I do daily reactions. Good luck, guys, and don't forget to click the bell for notifications so you don't miss a video. So this week we have another like challenge. Let's get this video to 166,000 likes. I'm gonna give you guys 3 seconds to do that. Ready, guys? 3, 2, 1. Have you guys done it yet? Alright, without further ado, I am so excited to share these with you. Let's get on with the video. Let's go. This hack turns a simple black rubbish bag into a DIY spiderweb. Just cut out a square piece of plastic from the bag and then fold it diagonally 3 times until it forms a triangle. Next, you want to draw this pattern on it with a Sharpie, and it kind of looks like the veins of a leaf or something. Next, cut the shape out of your stencil and you'll be left with something that looks like this. But when you open it out, ta-da! It becomes your very own giant DIY spiderweb, which you can then stick on the walls or anywhere you want. It not only looks great, it's super cheap and easy to make. You guys know I kinda love slime, so I thought why not make a Halloween themed slime? And that's how this crazy idea was born. All I did was make slime the usual way with some Elmer's glue, some green food coloring, and then mixing it in liquid starch slowly until it starts to form slime. I mean, honestly, this is pretty cool in my books, but then I popped it into a container and let it settle for about 30 minutes so it became all flat. Next, I took some googly eyes of different sizes and just carefully laid them flat on top of the slime. Such a weird idea, but it ended up looking so awesome. Also kind of a bit creepy, like I felt like they were all staring at me or something. Anyways, you can play with this as well, and the effect of the eyes staring at you while you play with the slime is pretty cool and a little bit spooky. Come back, yeah. We're sober, we're fighting day after day. This DIY is so easy and quick to do and looks great as well. You'll only need some juice boxes, some white tape, and some googly eyes. Just take your tape and start wrapping it around the juice box. You might want to go around a few times and also at different angles to make it look more convincing, and make sure you cover the entire juice box. Then stick on your googly eyes and place a few final pieces of tape slightly covering the eyes, and you're done. They look super cute, and you can definitely serve up some drinks like this at your Halloween party or just use them as decorations. Also, don't forget to leave a gap at the top so you can still stick your straw through. So no matter what kind of look you're going for this Halloween, it'll usually involve some kind of fake blood. So here's a simple hack to make it using everyday household ingredients. All you need is some corn syrup or glucose syrup, red food coloring, and some chocolate syrup. It's so easy to make and there's no real recipe. Just pour out some glucose syrup and then add in your red food dye until you're happy. But the blood doesn't look quite right because it's a little too light, so we're going to add in some small amounts of chocolate syrup until it's a bit darker. And that's it. It's super easy to make and you'll never have to buy fake blood again. It also tastes delicious. Careful though, it can get a bit sticky. So now we're gonna make a skeleton hand necklace, and guys, I honestly haven't seen this one done anywhere else, so hopefully you haven't either. All you need is a printout of an actual skeleton hand and a large bottle to mimic the curve of your neck. Now just wrap the image around the bottle and add a layer of baking paper on top and use some rubber bands to keep everything in place. Next is the easy part. Just use some hot glue to roughly trace and fill in the bones of the hand. You want to do each bone separately to make it look more realistic, but make sure the glue connects all the pieces together because we want it to come off in one piece. Once the first layer is dried, you can then go over the same areas again to create a more 3D kind of look. Next, take a black Sharpie and just roughly try to color in the spaces in between the bones to more clearly define the bones themselves, and don't worry if it isn't neat. Now when you peel it off, it should look like this, which is pretty cool for just hot glue. Next, I took some string and threaded it through a needle and then poked one thread through the thumb, another through the pinky, which is basically what will keep the necklace on. And that's it. Careful with the needle though, it can be dangerous, so get adult supervision if you need. This one takes a bit of time, but I think it's kinda cool and totally looks like you have some creepy hand grabbing your neck from the inside of your shirt. The perfect creepy vibe for Halloween.
Cause I know that I'm the name on your lips for a take. I play with your kiss for you. Shiver as it's going in. Dark green sticking on the skin.
So another really common makeup technique for Halloween is creating a fake cut on your body. There's so many ways to do this, but this is the easiest and simplest way. Just take some Elmer's glue and spread either a thin or thick layer depending on what you want it to look like on your skin and wait for it to dry. Next, cover the glue with some matching foundation and then take a pair of scissors to just make a cut through the glue. It'll kind of look like your skin's being cut, and the thicker you put the glue on, the deeper the cut will look like, but of course you gotta wait a little bit longer for it to dry. Next, I darken the inside of the cut with a dark eyeshadow. Usually I use either black or a dark reddish brown, and then I added the fake blood that we made from before right on top of the wound, and that is it. You can be super creative with this and make different types of cuts and vary the amount of blood you put on top. There's probably other ways that'll make it look more realistic, but this one is by far the quickest and easiest.
Carry you wherever I go.
So when you think of Halloween, you automatically think of jack-o'-lanterns and pumpkin carvings, right? Well, I'm gonna show you a jack-o'-lantern with a bit of a sciencey twist. All you need is a pre-carved pumpkin, some dry yeast, and some developer. First, take a sachet of dry yeast and dissolve it in a bowl of hot water, and then transfer it into a container which you can fit inside your pumpkin. Next, take some hair developer and pour it out. Just a warning guys, this stuff is highly poisonous and toxic, so I recommend you don't try this at home, but if you do, make sure you get adult supervision. Next, you want to add a generous amount of dishwashing liquid and mix that in as well. And lastly, add some green food coloring for a nice vomit color. Now all you need to do is pour this into the yeast mixture already in the pumpkin and check out the chemical reaction that occurs. You guys, but this looked pretty magical to me. Yep, magical pumpkin vomit. It isn't Halloween without vampires, so we're gonna turn these yummy donuts into vampire donuts with some teeth and the fake blood we made earlier. Just bend the teeth and pop them right into the middle of the donut and then drizzle the fake blood randomly around. They'll be the yummiest, creepy donuts you've ever seen. And guess what? The fake blood we made actually makes this yummier than actual fake blood you'd buy in the store. Let's take a moment to appreciate the synergy between these DIY hacks.
but you're the only one that
So I've seen this DIY on Pinterest and I've always wanted to try it, and that's to make some bloody candles. It's actually super easy but looks really great, and all you need are some white candles and red candles. For me, I got some cool looking candle holders to fit the Halloween theme. Basically, it's super easy. Just light your red candles and then turn them sideways to let the red wax drip onto the white candles. You can stop whenever you think it looks good. Super easy to make, but they look great and make super awesome Halloween decor for your room or a party.
even after all this time, burning everything I know.
You can actually make your own spooky ghost with a few simple items. The main thing you'll need is to find a muslin cloth or cheesecloth, some black felt, cornstarch, and something to drape your cloth over. For me, I use a tall cup and a balloon. First, add 1 cup of cornstarch to 2 cups of water and then heat it in the microwave for about 1 minute. Next, I blow up my balloon and just let it sit on top of the cup to make a base for the ghost. Now take a piece of your muslin cloth and soak it completely in the cornstarch mixture and then just drape it over your balloon. Once you're happy with the shape, just let it dry overnight and it'll basically turn solid and you'll be able to prop up on its own once you take it off your stand. I just added the final touch with some black felt cutouts for the eyes and then stuck them on using some hot glue. Now we're done. The awesome thing about this DIY ghost is that it can stand up on its own but also looks kind of see-through, which gives it a cool effect. You may even want to put a light in the middle to make it glow. Did you learn anything new today? I hope you guys enjoyed these because I really enjoyed doing them. Of course, let's have a look at what happened on Reacticorns this week. Is he gonna? He's like,
no, don't do it. Don't do it.
I love how he's like letting this cliffhanger situation he's just like,
Yeah.
Alright guys, that's all we have time for today. Don't forget to follow me on social medias for behind the scenes. A lot of you guys already saw me do this like on Snapchat, so don't forget to follow me there. And until next week, I'm gonna miss you guys so much and I'll see you guys soon. Bye guys! Love you!